Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 1 of The Acolyte titled Lost/Found. I decided to take a little pause for doing the Clone Wars and just do The Acolyte, because it's only 6 episodes. And unlike the Clone Wars, I can go into this completely blind. Mostly blind. I don't know how much I enjoyed this. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. Like, from the first episode, So the actress who plays Osha and May, those are the two of the main characters. Like, I don't know, she kind of feels off. Like, maybe that was how she was told to, especially with May. Like, she just comes off, like, stilted, like she's trying to act... it feels wrong. It feels wrong. Her acting, especially with May, feels kind of off. Like, she kind of is acting... You can tell she's, like, trying to act tougher, so to say. And maybe you could say that's the character of May, but I don't think that's what they were going for. I think they were trying to make her seem like a badass, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So we start off with May killing Master Endara, a Jedi. We get the exposition later on that Osha and May started a fire, and Osha was rescued by Sol and Endara, I suppose. And she became a Padawan to Sol before she left the Jedi Order. Side note, I wonder if her age, she was accepted at 8, which is unusual, kind of furthered I'm assuming there's going to be some bad shit happening in the show, and Yoda's alive, so I'm wondering if he's witnessing this from afar, and then in the future he sees Anakin's 9-year-old ass come up and like, nah, we did this dance. I listened to this song, I did this dance, we're not doing that. And then, they decide, alright, we're going to do that. And, well, you know what they say, second time's the charm. Or third time's... I don't know. I personally don't really care how... I'm pretty sure the strict age thing is strictly, like, new canon. I think if I remember correctly, like in some of the Legends lore before the Disney canon, it was stated that people were allowed in older than the usual age, but like that's kind of like third tier canon because it came from like the books, like which wasn't George Lucas's own words. So I mean, it's iffy. So they send out a Jedi Knight to arrest Osha because, twin sister killed a Jedi Master. Of course, they don't know that there's a twin sister because we find out that she's not in Osha's file for some reason. Sol, are you pulling some... which kind of tells me there was a bit more to this fire that happened than what Sol was letting on. Because what do you mean May's not in the file? Anyway, they send out Yord and his Padawan to arrest Osha. They throw her in the brig. Something happens with the ship. It crashes. And she, I guess, has this weird force vision dream type shit of May realizing that she's alive and that she was the one that did this. I don't know. It was weird and it kind of didn't make sense. Which felt really weird, actually. Then we meet Vernestra Rowe, who's a character from the books, like the newer books. I don't know how I feel about her character. She kind of seems like she'd fit in perfectly with the prequel era Jedi. Like she's worried about the politics of the thing. which kind of seems like the fault of the Jedi, really. Like, they're worried about politics. I mean, you have, from what I gather, the Jedi really shouldn't be, I mean, maybe they should be conscious of the politics, but, like, they shouldn't be as worried as they seem to be, and, like, in this episode and, like, the prequels, like, shouldn't they just be helping people? Maybe that's a naive little take about it, but, like, yeah, they should be helping people. They have the power to do it, but I don't know. So we meet Sol's Padawan, Janeiki. Janeiki, and Yord go out to the planet that Usha crashed, and they find her. Sol saves her from falling off the cliff, and says he believes her, that May's alive, and that she didn't do it. Kill Master Indara. Then we end it with, I'm assuming, like a Sith apprentice talking about the Acolyte, which I guess is May. I guess it could also be Osha. I don't know. I really didn't enjoy this episode, but I didn't quite hate it. I just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't. It was 40 minutes, but in that 40 minutes, I never got the feeling of I'm at the edge of my seat. I can't wait for episode 2. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up in the Skywalker era. So to me, Luke Skywalker and Anakin and Leia and Padme and Obi-Wan, they're my Star Wars. Han, Chewbacca, like, that's my Star Wars. I don't know who these people are. So I can't really care about them. Maybe I'll care about them by the end, but until then, I'm going to give this episode a 5. I didn't hate the episode. I just didn't really enjoy it. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.